Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna do a quick little get ready with me. So let's dive in. To start, we are always going in with what? 24-hour eye base. You only need like a pea-sized amount for both eyes. Don't go too ham or you will have too much product slipping and sliding around on your eyeballs. I'm gonna quickly lock down my brows really quick. Lock in my brows with Pro Locked Brow Gel. I just brush back my hairs on both sides, get them fully coated, and then I grab the little applicator and lay them down. Because I have basically non-existent brows, I don't need to go to too much effort. I like to go around the edge of my skin with a makeup wipe just to make sure when I go in with foundation we don't have any problems, and just around the edges underneath. The base is down. I think I want to play with some Mob shadows today. Mob Beauty is like the brand of the year for me. I never thought I would ever have a chance of working with a brand, and I got a couple of times to collaborate with them, which was extremely exciting. And then Miss Megan actually introduced them to me, and I've been in love ever since. So I think today I'm gonna use some of their cream clay shadows just for a really quick and easy look. I'm gonna dive into this gray. It's an M87, and I like to use these with a synthetic brush here. Or my finger, and I just start by placing it where I need it on the lid. So today I'm taking the gray and I'm gonna put it on the lid first and then work my way into my crease. They work perfectly for beginner friendly eye looks, especially if you like the grungy, smoky, blown out look. Because I find oftentimes we can get ourselves into a bit of a pickle when it comes to beginning grungy looks because we overblend these shadows. If you overblend, you just put a little bit more on top. It doesn't change the look or how the look turns out. It just comes out beautiful every time. Courtney Quarantine just came out with an absolutely gorgeous collection with them. I have to get my hands on it. I am trying to be a little frugal this year. And, you know, I am still very small, so it's not like I'm like getting all this PR or whatever, which is totally fine. And honestly, I'm more than happy to support the brand. But I've gotten a few palettes from them this year, or last year, so I kind of have to rein it in a bit. And I think they would understand because they are a sustainable company after all. Grab a little bit of Omega, you know, fan favorite, just to go around the edges of the shadow. Just so you get a really nice smooth blend into my brow bone. You don't have to do powder with this. In fact, I've done this with literally 2 of their eyeshadows and my fingers, and it came out beautiful every time. A bit of M143. It's like a deep, deep, deep blue. Actually, yeah, a deep, deep blue. I'm gonna use it kind of as a liner. It's meant, I believe, to mimic tattoo ink, like old tattoo ink. Now the beauty of cream, right, is instead of grabbing another brush, I'm just going to take my finger and tap the edges to give it that smoky liner appearance. A little bit of the Unearthly Cosmetics highlighter in Twilight. I do have some leftover residual stuff on there from what I just touched, so I'm gonna go right over the center of my lid. This color, and the same thing with the Suspended Sparkle Balm, it is so stunningly glittery and like ethereal. It's just beautiful. I grabbed Scene, a little bit of Scene on a blending brush. I'm just going to kind of deepen this part here and make it a little bit more gray, tint it a little bit. Grabbing a black waterline pencil or like eyeliner pencil, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna just deepen this up ever so slightly here. Because we want to keep it really smoky, but we want it just a little bit deeper. I'm gonna throw a little bit of melt waterline pencil, slickline waterline pencil in the base. Looks so stunning with this look. I'm gonna grab that same gray shade, which is M87, and the same brush, and kind of drag it along the bottom. These are such great lower lash line, waterline shadows. I don't know if they're safe for the waterline, but I tread on thin ice, so take that with what you will. And that's it for the eyes. I'm gonna do my lashes, brows, and mascara off camera, so I will see you in part 2. Look at how the turntables have turned. If you don't know, based off the different eye look, yesterday I filmed an entire eye look and then I realized my SD card was full. I didn't realize how quickly these things fill up. So the next day I got a new SD card. Here we are. Let's do my base routine. MAC Hyperreal Serumizer. By the way, I finally figured out how to take off the blurring feature on this thing. So you shouldn't have to deal with any fake skin appearance anymore. Also, my cat is somewhere back there digging around. So, entirely new fresh one that I got during this sale. This is gorgeous, beautiful. I wish I could like lather my whole body in this. It is so freaking good. Anyway, this eye look is using the Melt Bailey Sarian collab, the Fatal Yours 2. It is divine, but I'm out of lashes that aren't for clients and are like my personal preference lashes. And so we are lashless and I feel exposed. So planning after this to film my 2024 eye favorites. So I wanted to film it and then obviously yesterday it gave me a big FU, so to speak. So that was fun. Not at all. This is Strobe Dewy Skin Tint, by the way. Also, in makeup news, I just ordered the new MAC lipsticks. I grabbed 4 that were like something I felt like I was gonna wear all the time. Although I did just see Miss Megan's video, and I feel like there's maybe one that I could have gotten. Oh, I need to clean up my outer corner. Whoops. I do think there's one that I potentially missed out on, but it's not missed out because they're there permanently. A lot of MAC lipstick launches aren't there permanently, so it's fine. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put on primer, but that's the beauty of this skin prep, is it doesn't really matter. I mean, I wear the primer for longevity, but I'm about to be eating a crab boil. If you know, you know. This is not gonna stay because I'm gonna be, you know, today. Studio Tech. MAC 109. But yeah, I'm super excited to try out the lipsticks. Like I said, feel like I missed out on maybe one, but because they're permanent, I'm not rushing to go buy it just because I'm like, oh, but that one looks right up my alley. There were 20 new lipstick launches from MAC and a lip liner. That's the only thing I think I might actually go purchase, is the lip liner. I didn't realize they had a new lip liner because I wasn't paying attention to all the trend mood and all that. So I didn't grab that, but that's okay. Anyway, so I'm making a crawfish crab boil. It is crawfish season. We don't live in an area with crawfish, but my husband comes from an area, or he lived in a state that had crawfish. So every time this time of year, he's like, we have to do crawfish. It's never as good because it's frozen crawfish and it's not fresh crawfish, but it's still the vibe, you know? I tell you, this cat has got me on the worst sleep schedule of my life. I'm not even joking. I love my cat. She's like the least destructive, most friendly cat you've ever known. My brother has a cat that I swear to God is bred out of Satan. I don't know where it came from. Well, I do know where it came from. It came from somebody on Craigslist. It attacks people. It's a pain in the butt. He's gotten a little bit better. Like, he literally sent my other brother's girlfriend to the hospital with like potential infection because he bit her foot and it swelled to like the size of a freaking grapefruit. It was wild. Anyways, my cat is nothing like that. She's a beautiful, sweet angel. And the problem with that is there's only one issue that she currently has, and it drives me up a wall. It's like having an infant. She is extremely nocturnal and very people dependent because she's very sweet. And so what ends up happening is at approximately, I don't know, 2 in the morning, she will literally paw at the door, and our door's glass, so it makes a god-awful noise. Paw at the door for, I don't even know, like 2 hours, and also not just pawing, she will, like from a running start, launch herself at the freaking door. Launch herself. It drives me. It is so loud. It literally sounds like somebody's breaking in. It is, and my internal self is like, don't feed into it. Don't go let her in because she's just going to keep doing it. But it goes on forever. There is no stopping it. And I have to sleep. So if you guys watched my last video, this is the blush of the year for me. Hyperreal Balm Blushes. But I love her to pieces. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell is causing her to literally act like a something that I don't want to say in the middle of the night. So what happens is, like, I go through this list in my head when she wakes me up. I go through the list of, okay, I'm gonna make sure she has water. I'm gonna make sure she has food. Even though she's fat and she shouldn't be eating, I'm like, I have to sleep. She's gonna get fat. That's just what's gonna happen. Because if that's what's keeping me up for hours at night and waking me up multiple times in the night, I'm gonna feed her. I'm gonna get her chunky. I don't care what it is if that means she stops. That doesn't work. The water didn't work. Then one night we let her in because we thought she might be, you know, missing us. So we let her in the room and she fell asleep. All was great. Tried it the next night, not even close. Like, just kidding. Remember how I was good last night? Not gonna be good tonight. So I don't know. I'm at a complete loss and it's incredibly infuriating. If you know why cats do this. So the only thing I can think of is she used to be an indoor outside cat at my old property because it was a tiny little property. We kept an eye on her and she was so good. She came in every night like on a routine and was a good little mouser. We lived on property. This property, our neighbor has 20 cats. I'm not letting my cat out. I'm sorry. Those cats look not great. I don't want her getting a disease. I don't want her getting hurt or injured because she's fighting with other cats. I don't want any of it, okay? Not happening in my house. So she's not getting let out anymore. And so she is quite literally crazy. The only thing is, like, at our other property, we had a doggy door. So she would literally by herself come in and out of the doggy door. And we didn't ever have to worry about, like, if something was chasing her, she would sprint in the doggy door and all would be well in the world. If something wasn't chasing her, she could still get in and out when she needed to. She used the bathroom outside. She was an amazing indoor-outdoor cat. And I was always against them because I did work in the vet field and I always was like, I'm never gonna have an outdoor cat. She was like my one exception. Now that she's indoors all the time, I think she's going a little stir crazy. We never had to have many toys or scratch posts because she entertained herself outside. I'm talking really fast. I think the reason she is so crazy right now is because she doesn't have enough energy out in the day, and so she's like super full of herself at night. So I'm gonna get some, I need to go to PetSmart or Marshalls or somewhere like has reasonably affordable cat prices and get some cat toys and really encourage playtime during the day. So that is my reason for looking like a hot mess and acting like a hot mess. The other weird thing, well, not weird, but I get really nauseous all the time, but especially when I'm like doing anything that like moves my neck in rapid movement. So if I like look that way really quickly, or if I bend over, anything like that, I am immediately, my health problems are immediately triggered. And it is incredibly frustrating because I've been trying to do my hair for this and also just like for my like hair. And I bent over to blow dry my hair. Not even joking, for at least 2 or 3 hours, I was spinning. And bronzer, obviously. And grabbing one of my favorite blushes, the MAC Hushed Tone blush. I really want them to come out with like an even beigeier version of this because I would eat up a beige version of this.
Say it was that I'm losing my mind. Anybody has any tips?
Anything crazy, so all I'm gonna do is a little bit of Wherever Walnut. Chanel Boy. This is such a good combo if you're looking for something super, super quick. Cool. Almost like a balm. And then of course you can take a little bit of Stone, or I use Endless Cacao sometimes. But that is the finished look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what you guys think, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.